Are you able to stay away from those notions of superstardom, you yourself?
No, no one is. Not in the, not with the billboards around, and it's part of our life. We worship the gods, and I worship my own gods, musically, and I'm just as guilty as the next man, growing up, worshiping obviously Dylan, like everyone did, and Joni Mitchell, and Hendrix was one of my gods.
Are there still gods born in that gods of that level?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I haven't met any, but there's some great music being made. But
of your own age, perhaps?
I don't know. It's hard for me to say that, I guess. Most of the music I listen to is older music, is the music that I grew up with, Some amazing acts out now, and some great records being made. But it just feels like, I don't know. I don't know how to say it. There was a certain moment in time for music, in the late 60s and early 70s, and maybe it's just because of the time that I was born, but I was born in the shadow of that sort of failed dream of the 60s, and but there, I guess it's easier to think about a time that's passed and as a magical time than it is to think about your own time. So hopefully in 40 years from now, people will look back on the greats of this time, whether it's, Radiohead or whoever it might be.
But the aura of the artist you just named, like Dylan and Joni Mitchell, is that something you yourself try to catch in your music, or is that too much to say?
I'm not trying to catch that aura. I'm trying to say, I'm trying to record and write songs that are, I'm trying to find the most pure thing from my soul, from my heart. And that's what I have been inspired by. Joni Mitchell is one of my favorite songwriters. And she would always she would be so honest and so naked, albums like Blue and Clouds, and she would just tell the story of her heart. And that's really what I'm trying to do with this album and with my writing, my songwriting.
But with Mitchell, it's like she's reading from a diary almost.
Yeah.
It's very personal.
Very personal, man.
Are you that personal as well? Because you seem to tell stories that are more universal, not perhaps about yourself.
Yeah, maybe I clothe them, and maybe I hide my stories and in metaphors and analogies.
Why would you do that?
Well, I do tell the true story of my heart as well, but it's all the characters in this album, Courtney Love, Bobby Ray, they're all just aspects of myself. I believe, like, human beings, we're like a mosaic. We're made of all these little bits, from our experience, from our history, from our ancestors, from the TV growing up as a child. We're an amalgamation. We're a mosaic of all these different feelings and emotions and ideas. And so on this album, the different characters really are aspects of myself. And I've sort of clothed my own emotions in there and my own fears.